Shazam, issue 4, Mark Waid writing with Dan Mora on the art. We ended last issue with whatever god it was taking control of Billy, because we learned that the gods were basically taking turns. No, Zeus is not at the start of this issue.
Oh no, Atlas then was the one before Zeus.
Zeus comes in halfway through and says, no, let me do the flirting kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right. It was Atlas.
Yeah. And then eventually it's Solomon who kind of tries to break the control because he doesn't agree with what the rest of them are doing. But yeah, so that was a really fun issue last time. This one picks off where we left off, which is Shazam, or the Captain, as where Mark Waid's really trying to get the Captain over, and I kind of appreciate it as like an evolution of Captain Marvel, but dropping the Marvel.
I get it. I don't really like it.
Okay.
But like it's, I mean, I was fine with Shazam personally. Like I know there are still people who insist on it being Captain Marvel, and okay, I think I prefer Shazam over just the Captain. It's a little less generic. It makes him sound less like I don't know, some sort of South American dictator.
Fair enough, I suppose. I mean, it's got a niche to it. So he goes to the moon to fight Gargo, who is like the Emperor of the Moon, and the guerrillas have sent him there, claiming that he has weapons of mass destruction. Which that's got all the political in between the surface here. But I actually did think this guy was quite funny. The way he sort of started yelling lies, slander, all that stuff, I thought was quite good. The way he was getting annoyed when Billy didn't know anything about him. And then
immediately like, wait, hang on, who sent you? It's like, Ted? Oh, God, classic Ted.
Yeah, these face palms. Like, all of that was really entertaining. And then, obviously, Zeus steps in and takes control, and we get this little bit in the middle where the Emperor of the Moon is actually working for Queen Bee, and Shazam, or at least Zeus, as he's influencing Shazam, takes quite a liking to her. Meanwhile, the guerrillas are launching their spaceship, and they've all got astronaut suits on, which was just a hell of a visual, I have to say.
The sequence of them suiting up.
Yeah, I mean, the art here is fantastic. That's just, I mean, there's no need
When is Mora's art not fantastic?
Yeah, it's the sort of thing where I don't even notice it, and then we get to the page where the ape's in an astronaut suit, and I'm like, wait a minute, oh yeah, Mora's doing this, and it looks fantastic.
The way he churns out so much art, like he does, like he hits monthly books so consistently. He's got 2 at the minute, I think.
Yeah, and I appreciate that the big rifle the ape is carrying is very much like a pulse rifle from Aliens. It
is, yeah.
That's what it looks like. So I really like this stuff where Shazam's flirting with Queen Bee, and Queen Bee's kind of getting in on it, and she's like, they're getting really close, the kiss is happening, and I love what Waid and Co do here to show that Billy's realizing internally that he's about to have his first kiss, and that doesn't feel right given the context. So the narration box shifts from Shazam to Billy over this page, and then he basically kind of forces himself to say Shazam to turn back into a kid, which puts him in danger because now all this crazy shit with the apes showing up and starting a war is all happening around him when he's a kid, and he's trying to not get killed. So all that was good stuff, and it's Solomon at this point reaches out to Freddy and frees him from the mind control that the gods put on him before.
Yeah, but let's not overlook that one panel of the guerrilla militia coming in and just guns blazing and looking just phenomenal. I
was away for a second, so I don't know if you made the joke, but guerrilla warfare.
I didn't. I was avoiding it because it's not.
Also, Freddy has a poster that says Space Monkey, which is, I think, is just a neat little wink wink. Hey.
Yeah, that poster as well. It looks like it looks really similar to Lemire's Primordial comic.
Yeah. Interesting. So Freddy tells the other kids what's going on, that Billy needs their help, and that the gods have been messing with him. There's a gorgeous full-page spread of just the apes firing guns at stuff, which I almost feel like structurally it felt like a bit of an abrupt cut to that page, but at the same time I'm like, okay, yeah, I know this is going on and it looks so pretty.
It is. I can see that working on film though. I understand it's this dull conversation in the living room. Smash cut to gorillas shooting guns.
What I think might have helped it is just a box on the previous page with like a scream, just like like a war cry, and then you turn the page and see the full page, and that's where he's...
Yeah, it does it the other way around, doesn't it? Because it does. It continues. I think it's Darla's last line on the full page instead.
I think just getting a tease so that when you turn the page and get that full page of the war happening, it would work just slightly better. But it's a minor quibble.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all kind of like, okay, we have to try and help, even though we don't have powers. Mary does. So where's Mary in all this? I'm curious to see if she comes in soon. But Waid did clarify with the two Night Terrors issues that she does very much have powers right now. She's kind of separate, and if anything, like she's scared that Billy's going to hate her for like sort of being independent with her powers.
Yeah. So I didn't read the second one, but I assume it was still okay.
Yeah, there was good stuff in it. It maybe focused a little bit too much on her fighting evil Billy for a bit, but there was definitely some interesting bits in it. She basically realized that she can connect to the other family members and goes through all the other kids' like nightmares and helps them in each of their nightmares. And that was like,
I get it.
Which was sweet, but it, still a tie-in for sure. So yeah, Billy tries to intervene with a club, and obviously it does not go very well because he's a kid. So yeah, Queen Bee is the one who's controlling everything here. She's bossing around Gargoyle, the Moon Emperor, and yeah, she's like, "Where's that boy? We need to find that human boy." And Billy's hiding in one of the ape spacesuits, so it looks really big on him. So you just see like this, like short spacesuit, and like everything's really like baggy and sagging down because he doesn't fit into it. So he tries to yell Shazam, but she zaps him with her powers before he can finish the word. And the cliffhanger is him actually floating out into space and seemingly suffocating. I have no doubt that he's instantly going to be saved at the start of next issue, but this is how we're wrapping this one up. I feel like the Shazam issues from Waid are really fun. They're really good, and but there's so much going on that I feel like when we talk about them, I'm just like spending half the time recounting the crazy plot beats that happen, because they are crazy plot beats.
They are. We're talking about Zeus controlling him and flirting with Queen Bee, while gorillas from not quite Gorilla City invade the moon in spacesuits and with guns. And that's like on top of the T-Rex is still going on. Yeah, the T-Rex is still doing paperwork with the kids when the kids are talking. And then we've not even, like, we barely touched on the fact that Ted the ape, that is, lied about the nuclear weapons that the Moon Emperor has. They were just motivating Shazam to do that because they want to invade the moon. You said Ted the ape, like there was another Ted that you needed to clarify it was the ape. I was just in case people didn't remember who Ted was. Okay. I was like, Ted. Ted the ape. Ted. All right, that's Shazam. The art is gorgeous. The apes in the spacesuits, the dinosaur on the top hat again, all that stuff. And I especially love the craft of like showing Billy kind of like realizing what Shazam's about to do, and that he doesn't want this to be his first kiss with some evil, space dictator. So yeah, I enjoyed all that stuff. What are you rating Shazam? That's probably an 8 as well. It's real fun. Very good. Yeah, I think I'll bump it to an 8.5. I think I had a really good time with this one.